from Oxford in Oxfordshire, Terahertz.
Into the final for the first time and about to get a shock.
You want to know who you're up against then?
Yes, please.
Razor! Yeah, painful. It could be very painful.
They go through anything. I don't know what we could do. I could maybe, we could strap armour on. I could use this, anything game.
In the next couple of minutes, yeah.
We've got 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, you've not got long.
Get on with it.
But this manic chopper, if you'll forgive the phrase.
Yes.
I mean, you shouldn't be frightened of anything, really, should you? You've already taken out number 2.
Razor are champions at the moment. They're a fantastic robot, and we are rightly very scared of them.
Just the faster and heavier here at 99 kilos and with top speeds of 12 miles an hour from the 2,000 watt motors, polycarbonate armour, very aggressive axe, but somewhat unpredictable, I think.
From Bournemouth in Dorset and number 1 seed, Razor.
Can anything stop this long unbeaten run?
They're very accurate with what they're doing. Don't hide under the table, please. What are you doing down there?
We're afraid of who we might have.
Are you afraid of Terahertz?
Oh, yeah. No, that's one. We're really frightened.
Are you frightened of Terahertz?
Yes.
You two stay under the table then.
I don't care.
It's pathetic, really.
You know me, yeah.
Sorry, I
These
just
wusses,
got
these
you with
wimps.
damage cam.
They're wimps, aren't they?
It's all right. It's see-through. You can see all the bits.
That's right. I've
before you
seen all
get
the
them.
bits.
It's
Yeah.
polycarb.
Yeah.
You can get through
Pick and
that.
choose. It's just like window shopping, isn't it?
11 mile an hour top speeds, the front ram draws an opponent on, the hydraulic beak pierces and crushes accurately. Weaknesses? I can't see any, really.
Roboteers, stand by.
The reigning champions, Razor, Vinny on the left-hand side, Simon Scott and Ian Lewis, the driver and captain on the right, and Terahertz there, John Reed driving on the right-hand side, Dominic Parkinson with the glasses at the weapons control. There in the arena for the house robots is Shunt with the bulldozer blades and the axe, and Sir Killalot with the lance and the great grappling pincers.
3, 2, 1.
The first battle of the grand final of Robot Wars, the 6 Wars, and Razor, the reigning champs, twice world champs, on the assault, on the attack, the Terahertz weapon cleaving thin air, but with a metronomic beat. And look at Razor, already crumpling, already ripping, and tearing through that polycarbonate armour and straight into the heart of John Reed's machine. And it lifts Terahertz in the air. It comes crashing down Terahertz. If that axe can get a strike in on Razor, who knows? But Razor looks so dangerous, impregnable. Grapples Terahertz. There you saw it. Draw the opponent on with the front ram, straight onto the beak. The weapons controlled by Simon Scott, driving the machine. Ian Lewis, Vinny Flood, of course so vital as the Razor team look on with another victory in sight. Terahertz unseated and the brilliant run comes to an end and Razor march on. So close to another title now. You had to go down, John Reed, they said, and he did.
What a fantastic fight! Terahertz, the unseeded robot, out of the competition. Razor, the world champion, the reigning UK champion, are through to the grand final! Guys, you came a long way.
Yeah.
An unseeded robot. You knocked out some serious contenders, some serious seeds, but at the end of the day, top spot just eluded you.
we came against some serious opposition and just couldn't do anything about them.
I don't think you got your hammer or axe or hammer stroke axe to hit it once, actually.
We might have hit it right at the beginning.
A glancing
blow, and that was about it.
Yeah.
After that, they just had the grip on us. The death grip.
They came round the side of you and just started that claw's so powerful.
Yeah, you can't do much about that. You just get underneath you and just get you in, and they're not going to let go.
And it's so clinical what he did. I mean, the way he reverses opens the pit release and just drives you in it.
Really?
Your axe was going like that all the time, trying to shake yourself off him, but it just wouldn't.
No, it wouldn't come.
And then it looked like you were going to take him in the pit with you at once.
That's what we were hoping for. I said to Dominic, keep firing, keep firing. No, he's too good for that.
You're an unseated robot. I tell you what, the next wars you won't be unseated though.
No,
you'll be right up there. Ladies and gentlemen, Sarah!
I don't know how we do it.
You're in the grand final.
Yeah,
Again. It is an amazing winning streak. You've been on it. When's the last time you lost?
Oh, years ago.
Vinny's got the stats.
Yeah, I'm the stat man for the team. Our last fight that we lost was in the UK Robot Wars was the grudge match against Pussycat. And since the weight limit has been raised from 80 kilos to 100 kilos, we've had 21 fights in total, and that's the only one we've lost.
Did you think you'd be able to come this far again? Because, I mean, the competition is so much stiffer now.
It gets harder each year. We thought we'd be out probably in the first round.
Yeah.
Because the machines are so much more powerful, the armouring's harder, there's a lot of ingenuities on it. We never expected it, and we came here just to have fun and enjoy the battles.
I reckon you guys thought you were going to breeze it again.
No, honestly.
You walk around the pit so confident, you're like that. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Razor!
From Langley Moor in Durham, the number 3 seed, Firestorm 4.
Third place in the last series. Can they do better?
I cannot believe you're still looking laid back at this stage, just before the final, because they're still fixing. Yeah, I mean, they've had a lot to do.
Yeah.
And you're perfect running order.
Plenty of sleep.
Can you do it? Is this your hour?
Could be.
I hope so.
A classic pneumatic flipper on a wedge, 36-volt main drive, 24-volt secondary drive, 12 miles an hour top speeds, but has it got the pushability power to stay in with Tornado?
From Sawtrey in Cambridgeshire, the number 12 seed, Tornado.
World semi-finalist in 2001, but bashed and beaten up in the heats.
Is it ready? Have you done it? Have you finished?
It's pretty much finished, yeah. There's a few little things we've got to hit, but...
To fix it, they had to take everything out and then start again, bash, weld,
Yeah,
and then put everything back together. So it's literally been a rebuild, hasn't it?
not quite that bad, but we've had to do a little bit of cutting and repairing on those worlds.
And are they weaker now? Is the world weaker than the rest of it?
Given how good these worlds are, it's probably stronger.
Two 750-watt motors on this four-wheel drive pusher, has power, maneuverability, flexible weapons options, but unreliable drivetrain.
Roboteers, stand by.
The Firestorm 4 team of Graham Bone and Hazel Heslop. The Tornado boys, Andrew Marchant, David Campbell and Brian Moss. In the arena for the House Robots, Shunt with the bulldozer blades. In the arena for the House Robots, Mr. Psycho.
3, 2, 1.
It was at this stage where Firestorm 4 crumbled in the last series, only to fight in the playoff and finish third. Can they go one step further, Graham Bone? Hazel Heslop, they have their dreams. They also have Tornado dogged in pursuit already. And this is what Tornado is all about. It is a frightening little nagger, an irritant. It simply pursues and pursues, but the pursuer turns into the pursued there as the axe came down of Shunt momentarily, and Firestorm gets in underneath Tornado's 2.5 centimetre ground clearance. A lot of chasing going on there. It's cat and mouse. Tornado activates the pit. Down it goes. Firestorm very close. They're concentrating so hard out there. Tornado gets in behind Firestorm. That could have been so telling because the pit was yawning open for a mighty push. Firestorm up over Tornado, and Tornado now can push and shove. Ill-advised by Graham Bone, left itself open to the pushability factor of Tornado, which takes terrific damage there from Shunt. It's cleaved open crevasse-like slice at the top there, you can see. Now Firestorm drives Tornado into a CPZ. Home of the house robots, they're chasing each other's tails around there. Firestorm takes damage. What a battle this is. Very even. Firestorm away, head-to-head, Tornado up and over. Brilliance from Firestorm. Tornado, invertible, can run either way up over the top of Firestorm. This is terrific stuff. One of the best fights we've seen in Robot Wars: The Sick War. Firestorm gives chase, only for Tornado to turn and get in underneath again. Tornado wanted that to happen. Come into my parlour, said the spider to the fly. And Firestorm did just that. Tornado slams Firestorm against the arena wall. Back comes the number 3 seed to have another dig. Still that pit yawns open. Right at the top of your picture there, you see Firestorm right on the edge of Tornado. Tornado can push and shove. Almost there, almost there. Both of them teetering on the edge of oblivion. Who's going to go down? Oh, Firestorm somehow got themselves out of trouble, but no longer. And Firestorm crash again, and it's Tornado through. Oh, once again they'll have to play off for 3rd place. What a fight that was.
What a right Royal Rumble. Firestorm blown off course by Tornado. The 12 seeds are through to the Robot Wars Grand Final!
No tears. I suppose you thought you could go one better, because you went out in the same place in the last war, didn't you?
Yeah, against Razor, yeah.
Yeah, and I suppose you thought you could go one better. You disappointed?
That was the plan. A bit, yeah, yeah.
Talk me through the fight in your eyes.
I think it was very evenly matched. We were pushing at each other about quite a bit down there. But I think that the problem we had, which is the same with Tornado, is the amount of oil that's on the arena floor.
Yeah.
We couldn't get any traction at all.
Well, they seem to have a lot more traction than you.
Yeah, I mean, they've got 4-wheel drive, so all of their weight is over the driven wheels, whereas our weight shared on some casters at the front, so we haven't got as much traction as those guys.
Don't be too gutted. Listen,
No.
listen. Having had the disappointment before in the last war, you then went on to win the losers melee. Hence your 3rd seed.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Terahertz and the losers melee? It's got a mighty, mighty axe on it.
It's a big axe.
All right, it's powerful as well.
Very.
And it's fast. So what do you think? You're going to slip down a seed now, or do you think you're going to maintain your 3rd seeding?
Yeah.
You're going to have them?
Yeah.
That's what we like to hear. Ladies and gentlemen, what competitors go ballistic for Firestorm? Whoa! You have made a mockery of the seeding system. Your 12 seeds, you've now beaten the 3rd seeds, Firestorm. You beat the 4th seeds, Hypnodisc. You beat the 6 seeds, Dominator 2. There's no stopping you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but now you've got the top seed.
Number 1 seed, Razor. Yes.
Do you think you can have them?
We might have a little surprise for them, yes.
Alrighty. You know, some people have said that your robot's fairly boring, you know. They've said, like, well, you haven't got an axe, you haven't got a spinning disc, you haven't got a flipper. In fact, you haven't got any weapons in any form. But your robot itself is a weapon, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, because the speed and the consistency and the pure determination of the thing, it just keeps coming at you.
Absolutely, yeah. Just kept going at Firestorm, unfortunately for them.
What surprise have you got for Razor then?
Oh, I think you'll see.
Oh,
You'll see.
come on, I hate surprises. I want it now. Let me open it now.
No, you'll have to wait.
All right. It's not going to be a weapon, is it?
Oh, it might be.
Alrighty then. Go hell for leather. Team Tornado!
So close. The judges there are in the pits looking at the damage sustained.
This is damage. Obviously, this is news. This was perfectly straight.
The judges have made their decision. It's tense, isn't it? Are you nervous? Oh, they're looking at style, control, damage, and aggression. We have a new UK champion! Guys, how did you feel when you walked around the pits and you saw what they'd done to their robot?
It's sort of pretty good, actually. I think a lot of the machines are going to develop that way, and there'll be interchangeable weapon systems that will develop. It seems to head that way. So yeah, it'd be quite tricky actually. It'd be good. You'd be bolting last minute things on.
Yeah. Do you think your adaptation worked?
It did at the end.
It did at the end when you picked it up?
That's it. But it was just a little bit close on time. They were so close in the pit.
Look at the 12 seeds.
Well,
Giant killing act.
They joined the sort of elite club, you know, the Chaos, the Panic Attack, the Razor, and all the other guys.
And now we got Tornado. Very gracious in defeat. Ladies and gentlemen, please, the ex-UK champions, but still the world champions, Razor! I mean, who had the idea when you were fighting Razor to make those changes?
I think it might have been my idea. We sat down and thought about, after losing to Razor twice in Extreme, our vulnerability to different weapons, and we thought, well, we need to build something.
Yeah, it was a very clever interpretation of the rules. There's been arguments raging. I mean, is your robot small enough to fit in that pit?
It's within the maximum size allowed in the rules, and that is a lot bigger than what will go in the pit.
Well, you can't say further than that, really. You were quite ungentlemanly. When Refbot was trying to get them off the arena wall, you just went and started giving them a right good kicking.
We're here to win this. This is not about being nice. This is a war.
The crowd were with you. They certainly were. I mean, it was one of the most exciting fights we've ever had on Robot Wars. You were the 12 seeds. You've dismantled everyone in your path. You are worthy UK champions. And to give you your trophy, can I please introduce the very lovely Miss Philippa Forrester.
Hang on the bikini, I'm sorry. I didn't think I'd do that to you. Congratulations, it's really heavy.
Oh, blimey, yeah.
It is.
Hey. Show it to the crowd! Robot Wars champions. I bet you feel ecstatic, don't you?
Yeah, excellent feeling.
Well done, guys. So you'll be back to defend your championship, won't you?
Absolutely.
Okay. Congratulations. No one thought you could do it. Not being seeded 12th, but you've done it. One more last round of applause for the UK champions, please. Team Tornado! Well, like the fireworks.
Hear the applause.
We've got a brand new champion on Robot Wars. Bye-bye.
Well done. Well done. Well done.
The number 1 seed, Razor.
Unbeaten in 21 battles at 96 kilos. Ian Lewis, Simon Scott and Vinnie Blood and Razor.
The number 12 seed, Tornado.
Looks utterly bizarre, to be honest, with that spinning disc. Andrew Marchant and David Gamble and Brian Moss know what they're doing, though. It's the surprise.
Roboteers, stand by.
We've got a couple of surprises in the shape of Shunt and Dead Metal.
3, 2, 1.
What effect will the spinning blade at the front of Tornado have? Already on the attack, on Razor, and Razor! On the backward step, it seems! On the back foot, Razor, or are they? They've come and grappled Tornado's extended frame! That frame necessary to support that mighty horizontal spinning disc. Razor has stopped the disc. The disc starts flying again. Razor has that extra front claw bit to the beak to try and stop the spinning disc. But for me, Razor's extra weaponry seems to be bent and buckled. And is it flapping in the wind? It grapples with Tornado again. What a final! For Robot Wars, the 6th Wars, intrigue, mystery, suspense. Razor trying to grab hold. Refbot, get out of there if I was you. Shunt involved as well. It's all going off in the arena, I can tell you. Tornado's blade has been silenced and stopped there, but it's pushing into Razor. Razor bows its beak forward, but it can't get to the very heart part of Tornado because Tornado has protected itself with that framework. Look at this. Forget the Tornado spinning blade. We didn't see this happening. The framework has stopped Razor's attackability. Brilliance from the Tornado team. Can Razor respond? Do you know, I think that little hook thing on the edge of the beak is to try and get a Tornado and lift up the framework, but Razor aren't going to get a chance, are they? Because Tornado slams and bangs. In comes Tornado again. Is this the end of an era? Is this the end of the Razor reign as champions of the UK? They are being smashed into submission. They cannot get away from the arena sidewalls, and the red fog comes in, and all of a sudden the clock takes on a lurid and awful hue if you are a fan of Razor. They cannot get themselves released. They are pegged in there, and Tornado, systematic in its pressure, in its desire, and in its drive. Finally, Razor is released. There, do you see the little hook? I think it was intended to get in underneath that framework, but Razor's game plan has not worked, and Tornado's has. Right from the start of the series, they boasted of the interchangeable weaponry. We've seen a pusher, we've seen the little spinning disc, we've seen a front ram, and now we've seen the mighty spinning blade. And Tornado is finally pushed back by Razor, but is it too little? Is it too late? What a final this is! What heart Razor has! The sparks of dead metal fly onto the wings of Razor. Can they lift themselves and yet turn this battle around? They're trying to claw Tornado, trying to gain some purchase, but Tornado with that four-wheel drive, again, driving them back into the CPZ, pushing them into shunts as it comes down. Razor and Ian Lewis know they've got a real fight now to retain their crown. Shunt lifted, Razor bashes down. They simply can't get at Tornado's machinery. They can't get at the exposed tyres with the beak. Vinnie Bloodlet's concerned. Razor now trying to build up momentum for another attack. How can they get beyond that lattice work frame? They can't get into the heart of the matter. They can't get into the eye of the storm that is Tornado. Razor trying to force its way back into the final. You heard the pit release button being activated. Finally, Razor has lifted Tornado. Can they take them to the arena sidewall and push them out? It must be their only hope this late on. Tornado's weight, a huge factor here. Oh, that they can't get them down the pit. Look at that, it's an anti-pit device as well, an APD. We have never seen one before. We've heard about them, we have never seen an APD until now. And there it is. It goes to the judges. What innovation and what drama. Certainly Tornado think they've done enough, or have they? Because I'm hearing that the Razor boys believe Tornado were suspended in the pit, not above it but in the pit. That's one for the judges to mull over. More twists and turns than an Agatha Christie.
Did you like that fight? Did you like that fight? If you think Tornado won, make some noise. If you think Razor won, make some noise. This has been so controversial. There's been shenanigans in the pit. There's been psychological warfare going on, adaptations, alterations. It's far too close to call. Going to have to go to the judges, and then they're going to make up their minds until they've inspected both robots for damage. So, while they're making up their minds, let's review the highlights of that fantastic battle.
Well, all the early controlled aggression from Tornado. Damage caused to Razor. I'm not too sure how much damage was caused. They were slammed into the angle grinder. They couldn't get out. And that's where the systematic attack began. repeatedly. So good marks here for Tornado with their innovative design of weaponry and the protective cell system. But Razor came back. Look at this. They did get the claw in. Were Tornado in the pit or above it? What do you think?
You will never guess what's happened down here. This is absolutely unprecedented. You thought you knew the robots that were taking part in this. They've changed. Come and see what's happened. The Razor team seem to have added a little modification, which I'll show you there. An extra spike. But before we talk to them about why they did that, perhaps I should show you this. Do you remember the Tornado robot? It looks nothing like it did. They had that interchangeable weapon head that we talked about right from the beginning, and this is the weapon that they've chosen. But it comes with supporting struts, which might not help Razor's cause. Now, Noel Sharkey, judge extraordinaire, if you don't mind my saying so. Come here, come here, come here. Can they get away with this?
Yes, they can get away with it. I mean, it's been approved because they declared it in advance, you see. So we've got, it's been in the rules since the very beginning that we could have interchangeable weapons.
Yeah.
But there are just certain things about it that Razor need to know, for instance, before the fight starts, to keep everything clear.
You do what you need to do, which is a kind of a damage report,
yeah,
isn't
we
it?
do.
Yeah,
well,
okay,
they're doing a damage. Martin and Matt are doing a damage report. I'm just going to explain to them what counts as damage.
Do it, okay.
Oh, what a final to look forward to up here in the Crow's Nest. I've been pouring through all my notes and the video replays to try and come up with a guess of the winner for you. Razor, immeasurable power, huge crushability factor, but Tornado, bags of heart. It just goes on and on and on. Which one do I go for? Razor or Tornado? Am I going to break a few hearts? Only the bookies, I hope, because I'm going to go for Razor.
Number 3 seed, Firestorm 4.
Graham Bone and Hazel Heslop again trying for that bronze medal, finishing third.
Terahertz.
John Reed, Dominic Parkinson, they've done brilliantly to reach this far.
Roboteers, stand by.
Who have you got in the arena for the house robots? Dead Metal, look at the saw and the pincers and Shunt.
3, 2, 1.
This for third place then. Firestorm, Force, Flipper, Terahertz with the axe. Very little ground clearance on Terahertz for Firestorm to exploit, but a good shove there. Slightly the heavier of the machines. Firestorm into trouble in the CPZ from Shunt. Now comes the axe of Terahertz. And Firestorm on the end, on the receiving end of some mighty blows. Look at that! A huge hole appears in the front of Firestorm 4. Terahertz, like a mad thing out there. Graham Bone and Hazel Heslop look worried, but what's happened to Terahertz? They seem to have stopped. No, they haven't. I spoke too soon. Shunt comes out. Well, the axe is working, but apart from that, no. I don't think John Reed's machine is going anywhere. You can hop and jump about like a maddened flea as much as you want, but Firestorm 4 more measured and calm now. Know that Terahertz have stopped. The ref bot is counting them down and out, and that maddened spurt and spasm at the start of this third, fourth place playoff did them in. Firestorm 4, as Terahertz are counted out, finished third yet again. They're hopping and leaping, but it's Graham Bone and Hazel Heslop. Where are they going? Spirited to the end, the Terahertz team. Great to see them here again, and we hope they return. Go on, Dead Metal, now completely trashed their machine. On the fire will do. Go on, Sean. Still the action. That's going to be moving at Christmas in the year 2050, that axe. It'll still be axing away, even if it's the machine long gone into its robot grave. Somewhere the axe will be moving. It was frenetic and aggressive and hyperactive. and it was beaten into 4th place. What a run Terahertz have had. I love their semi-final victories against Spawn again and Bigger Brother. But this is where it ends for Terahertz. 4th in Robot Wars, the 6th Wars. The only question now, where will the punishment end? A little flick from Dead Metal, they've righted themselves. I was only joking, I wouldn't like to see it damaged. Well, too much anyway. And the pit, a welcome release and a welcome relief for the Terahertz team. Cheerio for now, I hope. Firestorm finished 3rd once again.
They get bronze medal. They get a place on the podium. Let's hear it for Firestorm. Guys, I think you were so unlucky. I also think you immobilised yourself, because, come on, you've cranked that hammer up a bit more, haven't you?
I've cranked it right up to the limit.
I mean, the stage was shaking when that hammer... I mean, your robot started jumping in the air. At one point, you jumped into the flames. What are you trying to do there? Out of the frying pan or what?
Frustration.
I have never seen the house robots so scared of a robot before as well. They weren't going anywhere near you, you know?
They were hesitating a bit, wasn't they?
They certainly were. Unseated robot, you've come all this way. Yeah. Didn't quite get the 3rd place, didn't quite get the place on the podium, but a tremendous achievement. Are you going to come back for more?
Definitely.
I reckon John is. He's going to do his usual trick, which is now the robot is more or less working, he's going to change it, try and improve it, and make it become unreliable, which is our hallmark.
You'll come back with a really dodgy robot
yes,
again.
I probably will.
In the next wars, but good luck. I hope that doesn't happen. Ladies and gentlemen, Terahertz! Did I call it right there?
Yeah, he's very lucky.
Because you look, you had no forward drive at all. They pulverised you, and it was like you were being like a skateboarder. You go like, you know, and that was just making you go forward, so it didn't look like you were immobilised.
Yeah. No, we've got 2 separate systems for drive. We've got one for like forwards and backwards, and the other one for left and right.
Yeah.
So they're taking out forwards and reverse.
Yeah.
But if you spin left and right very quick, you can sort of like.
That's what I mean, like a skateboarder.
Yeah,
you know?
straight forward.
That's the way they do it. You were 3rd in the 3rd war.
Yeah.
You were 3rd in the 5th war, and you're 3rd in the 6th war. What is it going to take for your robot to make that extra step up to make the grand final and maybe walk off with the trophy?
I've got some ideas.
You got some ideas? Because people are starting to adapt their robots a little bit now for particular fights. Have you noticed that?
We have, yeah. But I mean, we've been virtually the same robot for 4 years now.
Yeah.
And we're still competitive, so I think just slight modifications, a few tweaks.
Good luck. Hey, come back. You've got to do it sometime. You've got to at least make the grand final.
I think one of these days, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please raise the roof. Go ballistic. Go hell for leather for Firestorm.
But it's not just about winning on Robot Wars. We like to recognise the efforts of all our competitors in the pits area. It's time for our special awards in Robot Wars, the 6th Wars. The Best Design Award. Well, just look at that vertical spinning disc of 259. Absolutely awesome. The winner of the Best Design Award, Adam Clark and 259. The next award for the Best Engineered Robot goes to Anarchy, a walker with a powerful axe and flipper. Mike and Amy Franklin and Steve Pickle, the Best Engineered Robots, Anarchy. For the most original entry, we looked at Crustacean. The judges delighted with the virtual reality weaponry. When those gloves are clenched, so are the crab-like claws. The most original entry, Ian and Dominic Visser's Crustacean. We like to recognise the camaraderie in the pits, and though Cat 3 went out early on, Keith Williams, Georgie Reed and Julianne Williams were terribly helpful. And so for the Sportsmanship Award, we go for Cat 3. And the most promising newcomer award, well, any machine that can toss Chaos 2 out of the arena deserves something. Michael Lambert, Daniel Lambert and Stephen Gadsby. The most promising newcomer, Dan Tom Kia. Well done all of you, but I'm told they're ready for battle in the playoff.